Hi, and welcome to the next video in A Singer's Mindset. So in this video, we're going to talk about the voice of the inner nurturer. I was sure that this voice did not exist inside my psyche because I had my inner critic turned up on full volume. And I had heard about this kind of, self-help mumbo jumbo a little bit, and I was a bit skeptical. And I'd heard of exercises where you have to stand in front of the mirror and say, "I love you, Tanya." Just like, it feels so uncomfortable, right? And at that point of time in my life, it was even worse. I was just like, cannot. And so, this stuff just seemed weird to me. It just didn't seem worth even, investigating. But I went through an exercise, and I probably only did it because my brother made me. No, he didn't make me, but it was because it was him that I actually did it. And I was told to write down a pipe dream, something that, most likely wouldn't happen, and then critique it, write down all the critical stuff, why you shouldn't do it, why you shouldn't go after it. And I had lots to say, and then I was anticipating what was coming up next, which is write down why you should do it. And I was going to be like, I was sure I'd have no thoughts on that matter, and I was like, oh no, I'm going to be so stuck with this next step. How am I going to do it? And then he said, imagine that there's a kid and you're at a playground. And I was like, okay, I can do that. Playground, kid, easy. And imagine that the kid is having a really hard time with the obstacles in the playground. So swing, slide, all those things. Like there's one of those ropes and you have to swing from one platform to the other. And the kid is just really nervous, really scared, doesn't know how to do it, can't handle it. And so imagine what the kid would be saying and imagine what you would say to the kid. And so I was like in my zone because I have kids, so I do this almost every day. So it was really easy. I was like, I'm right here. Just keep your eyes on me. I'm going to help you. Take my hand. If you're scared, I can carry you across the first time. And then the second time, you can do it yourself. And I'm like, I'll stand in the mud for you and you can swing from one side to the other. And I was just gushing thoughts. And then he said, now try put some of those thoughts towards your dream. And I was like, and I realized that it wasn't the opposite of the critical voice. It wasn't write down why you can't do it, now write down why you can do it. It wasn't that. It was write down why you can't do it, now write down all the encouragement and all the support you need to actually step forward. And he said, just imagine you say those sentences that you said to that little kid, I'm right here with you. If you fall, I will catch you. Like imagine saying those kind of sentences to yourself. And I was like, oh my God, I don't need to convince myself that I can do this. I just need to encourage myself and support myself a little bit. And suddenly I was able to adjust the volume of my inner critic. And I was able to increase the volume of my inner nurturer. And in the beginning, my nurturer would just tell me things like, you know what? You have other people you can lean on. If I'm not enough for you, that's fine. There are other people who love you so much. So what if you fail? There are people who love you so much you could do the stupidest thing and they will still want to be in your life and love you, right? There were just so many encouraging thoughts that I could finally think of. It wasn't crickets anymore. I was just like writing down. So then I started practicing that. I wouldn't stop my inner critic. I would encourage her too. But I also encourage the nurturer. What supportive words can I say to myself? What kind words can I say to myself? I think one of the best quotes I read recently is the hardest thing to do is to be kind to yourself. And we need to do more of it. It's crazy what just being kind to yourself can do to you. I mean, I wouldn't have the courage to do this channel, honestly, if I hadn't tapped into this. And I really just felt like those encouraging words were coming through me. I really felt like I wasn't the source anymore. It was just so much support and so much love. And again, I cannot reinforce how important it is to have people around you that are supportive, that are kind, that you don't have to keep feeding into, but they will feed into you. I think it's because of all that I was able to do this. So I'm going to show you the video again of the clown. I hope you're not too fed up with the song yet. I have now put down my inner nurturer's thoughts. And they're not all, oh wow, you're so great, it's amazing, blah, blah, blah. They're not all like that. Some of them are. But I think what it does, it gives me the freedom to actually be in the moment. I'm no more criticizing myself. So therefore, I can just be free in what I'm doing. And so in the song, I start to tell you when I'm really feeling the song and what those words mean to me. And I can really tap into what I feel. And that is the key of music. The essence of music is to convey a message, is to transfer emotion, is to communicate. And you can only do that if you're not thinking about timing and breathing and, all those other things. You can actually get lost in the music and just express that deep, important emotional connection you have with it. And you can show that to the people that you're singing for. And I think that is what makes it. I mean, there are so many artists that don't care about the technique. It's just that raw emotion and passion that comes through. And that's why they're so amazing. So again, it's really important to live in that good balance of the inner critical voice and the inner nurturer, because both together make such a good team. You weigh the scales one way or the other and you have this imbalance that doesn't really work well for you. So my inner critic has become a gift. It's a gift to me when I sing, when I parent, when I teach. There's so many things it points out to me, and I managed to get so much better because of it. But the nurturer is what gives me the courage and the confidence to actually take a step out into the light. And it's so important that you practice this, like really practice. Just write down one sentence a day that is supportive and that is kind to yourself. I'm here for you. You can do this. You are loved. It's worth it. Okay, watch the video and enjoy. Another number for your nose. I'd be smiling if I wasn't so desperate. I'd be patient if I had the time. I could stop and answer all of your questions as soon as I find out how I can move from the back of the line. And I'll be your clown behind the glass. Go ahead and laugh, 'cause it's funny, I would too. If I saw me, I'll be your clown on your favorite channel. My life's a circus, circus, round in circles. I'm selling out tonight. I'd be less angry if it was my decision, and the money was just rolling in. If I had more than my ambition, I'd have time to please, I'd have time to thank you as soon as I win. And I'll be your clown behind the glass. Go ahead and laugh, 'cause it's funny, I would too. If I saw me, I'd be your clown and your favorite channel. My life's a circus, circus, round in circles. I'm selling out tonight. From a distance, my choice is simple. From a distance, I can entertain. So you can see me I'll be your cloud.